Chancellor. Well, I spent 10 years on this campus. Grad students, 10 years was that. So I'm really happy to be back on my campus. I feel at home here. So I used to live across the street and cross this path many times every day for a long time. So I'm happy to welcome you to my academic home and to see you all here in this huge number, as you've seen and heard. We've grown quite a lot by, from 300 to something to 450 people this year, which is a big growth. And it's very interesting that this year, more than half the people, about 56%, are newcomers, new people. So this is, for some, a family reunion, but for many, this is the first time here. And I would like to welcome all the newcomers. And I would like to ask the veterans, and there have been several people here for whom this is the 6th time here. Even people coming from far away, but they come every year. I want them to be like mentors, be welcoming to new people, make sure they feel welcome, because they, by virtue of being here, are now a member of this family. This is an extended family because everybody online is now reading these tweets and wishing they were here. Sorry. I wanted to make sure that everybody feels welcome and nobody's left aside. If you've read your homework, the blog post I wrote about a week ago, you know that this is an unconference. And for some of you, this is maybe a new concept. The idea is that at most conferences, the talks are boring and the interesting discussions happen at the bar, or in the hallways, or on the bus, or something like that. So the idea of the conference is to take these interesting and often useful and informative discussions from the hallways and put those in the rooms. So you are not going to see many lectures. We're going to see one keynote right now. And we're going to have a panel at the very end. Everything in between is going to be very much more dynamic. They're not going to be speakers, they're going to be moderators. They're going to be moderating discussions that all of you are involved with. So everybody in the room is supposed to contribute, because everybody here, no matter where you are in your career, or your age, or what you're doing, everybody is doing something in science or science communication or the web. Everybody has some skills and some background that others don't. And please share them with others, because everybody here is not just here to learn, everybody here is also to teach. So teach and learn from each other. Another interesting thing about this conference is that about 60% of the attendees are women, which is very rare for both the science conference and the technology conference, and this is both. So I think it actually makes the atmosphere better for both women and men, because if it's just a male-only conference, we all compete with each other, who is like the big boss. In a conference like this, that doesn't happen because we are all equal. People, when I get interviewed about the conference, I often get a question like, who are the big stars? And I always refuse to answer that question, because everybody, by virtue of being here, is a superstar. You're all superstars in your own domains, and everybody's equal. So if you get a little bit starstruck because you see somebody with a name tag, or you've admired online for 10 years or something like that, go and say hi, hug them, it's perfectly fine, because you know what, sometimes it's tedious being the VIP at the conferences where, the organizers have you and take you to elegant dinners and all that stuff, and they like to relax and just be equal, and it doesn't matter if you're a high school student, or you write for New York Times, or you have, you're a famous scientist or whatnot. Everybody likes to be just a part of a family, and this is a family. I'd like to thank you all for being here, And we'll have a little bit more instructions later on after the keynote speech about how to go about this. But just enjoy the unconference, and if any of the moderators starts droning on longer than 10 minutes, just shut them up, stop talking. Thank you.